I've told this story 10,000 times, and if it helps other people, then that's great. My name is Chelsea, and I'm 35 years old, and last year I had a heart transplant. I thought that I had pneumonia over summer 2023. I'll go to urgent care, and they'll get some meds, and I'll kick it. It'll be fine. And after a couple of weeks of me not getting better, Jim actually is the one that noticed. He's like, "You're not getting better, you're getting worse." I still was taking all my meds, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna soak in the tub for a little bit and see if that helps. And I started vomiting while I was in the tub. So like half in the tub, half out of the tub.
We decided that we needed to get her more treatment and really figure out what is going on.
We go to the ER, and I can't walk from me to you. Like, I can't walk 5 feet in front of me without feeling like exhausted. And it turns out I had all kinds of pulmonary embolisms in my chest, and I had 2 clots that were in my legs. And Dr. Mogbelli came in the next day, and he goes, "You're in heart failure. You might need a transplant."
We couldn't process it. We just sat there for a while in silence. When we finally kind of had a grasp on it, we started thinking about how are we going to beat this.
She had symptoms of heart failure which were typical, like shortness of breath. Hers was complicated also by rhythm problems, and she was given a device that she can wear called the life vest. What a life vest does, they can detect if you go into this fatal rhythm, as it were, almost like a cardiac arrest, then it can deliver a shock that would get you back to a normal rhythm.
And the only time you can take it off is when you're getting in the shower. And most girls know, like, you have like your normal shower, but then you have hair wash day where you do like the whole big shower. And I was just being lazy. I was 100% procrastinating getting in the shower because you gotta take the whole life vest off, you gotta clean it. I was just sitting on the couch like, I don't wanna do this. I don't wanna take this whole thing off, get in the shower, put it all back on again. And luckily I didn't, because Jim had just gotten home from work. So we're just like talking about our day, watching TV. And I looked at him and I tried to say the word dizzy, and I barely got it out. Right backwards on the couch, out. And the life vest shocked me back.
The life vest, it started making all kinds of noise. I got a little concerned because I didn't want to touch her. I was afraid that I could get shocked potentially as well. So after she went down, I saw that she started to come back around, called 911 immediately.
Had I taken it off and gotten in the shower, I would have died in the shower and nobody would know. So as soon as we got to the hospital, they got me stable, and they were like, "We need to send you up to Cleveland because you need more specialized care than what we can give you here."
It was either an ambulance ride or life flight, and thankfully we picked the life flight because it was not long after she arrived at Cleveland that she went down again.
Heart failure is a syndrome where, due to a variety of functional or structural problems, the pressures inside the heart rise. At its worst, the highest pressures can lead the heart to malfunction. People don't get enough blood flow to their body. That's cardiogenic shock, which is the most extreme manifestation, which is one of the things that Chelsea had in the beginning. That's when we think about this ultimate treatment, which is heart transplantation.
When you get a transplant, it's not like you see on TV. It's not like, oh, we have a donor right to the OR. It takes a few days because they have to coordinate all of the surgeons to go to the donor, and they all have to do the harvest surgery at the same time. So it takes a couple of days before you get the, great, we've got a donor for you, it's a match.
It's probably the most scary time of your life. There's so many uncertainties. It's day to day.
So when they told me that they were looking for a donor between the ages of 16 and 23, it broke my heart. Like, that's someone's child. And the fact that it happened right before the holidays, like, I can't imagine what that family's going through.
The donor heart function has to be perfect. You cannot compromise on that.
On transplant day, it took some time to run all the tests to verify everything. But once it was confirmed, an hour or so later, they came to wheel her down.
It's really remarkable to be able to be a part of this. It feels like it's a huge Olympic team that is always just trying to get better and has to perform at a very high level.
On Christmas Day, they woke me up and extubated me and told me I have a new heart.
That was really special. In fact, what did she get for Christmas? A new heart. We couldn't have been happier for her.
I got called Christmas Miracle so many times, but it was nice to be able to call like friends and family on Christmas Day and be like, "Hey, by the way, I got a heart." Merry Christmas.
Her heart was very sick. The rest of her was okay, so that allowed her to bounce back pretty quickly and recover very nicely. We've been thrilled with her progress.
Where Chelsea is now is a true proof of what we can achieve in the modern era with the help and support of organizations like the American Heart Association.
To the supporters of the Go Red community, you're changing lives. Whether you've met the person or not, you're making such a difference. And you never know who it's going to be. My story shows that this can happen to anybody, regardless of age or health-wise. But know that you're changing these people's lives. The little wins came up in Cleveland. When you're in the hospital for so long, it gets depressing. And so you need little pieces of happiness to keep yourself going.
Whether it was a family member coming in, a dog coming to visit, or even just getting a little bit extra time with the nurses that she loved. You know, we always focused on the little wins because we knew there was going to be a big one at the end.
Focusing on the small stuff makes the bigger picture easier to swallow. And we have little matching bracelets for our little wins.
I'm most excited that Chelsea wants to be a nurse. I think that she's going to have this deep empathy for patients that we all want when we're sick. It would be fantastic if Chelsea one day became a cardiac nurse. We would love to hire her.